not traditional for a bride to give a speech at a wedding, but given that we have been legally married for over 6 months and you've all made such a huge effort to be here with us today, I've assumed you are open-minded enough to forgive us from straying a little further from tradition and will allow me to say a few words, because it's really important to me that you all know how truly thankful we are that you're all here with us today. As our nearest and dearest, you all know how important our friends and family are to us. And when we've been talking about wedding planning and the great things about a wedding, we've always agreed that the best thing about a wedding is sharing the sentiment of the day with those who are most important in our lives. I can't express how much all of your love and support means to us both, and we're just so grateful for all the effort you've gone to share this weekend with us and to make today so memorable. First of all, I have to thank my bridesmaids for helping me and supporting me with the planning of 2 weddings. I've tried my best to be a cool, calm and collected bride, but they all know me much better than that. My amazing hen weekend in York was the perfect example of how well you all know me. Despite Phil's broken wrist and inflatable John meeting his grisly end, it really was. It was the most perfect weekend. And I can't thank my bridesmaids enough for all of the effort that you went to in planning it, and also to all of the girls for coming along and making it such good fun. Finally, I thought I'd say something nice about John. It's always struck me as odd that the groom is expected to say lots of loving, romantic, sensitive, caring, gushing things about his bride. No pressure. But that you rarely get to hear the other side of the story. Then, when I was thinking about what I was going to say here, I realised that's probably because there's a much bigger catalogue of material for the groom. In all seriousness though, John, I do want to take this opportunity to express how truly lucky I feel to have you as my husband. And that's with the benefit of 6 months' experience. It's really hard to say nice things without sounding cliche, but you truly are my best friend and the love of my life. I love how well you take care of me. I've had a bad day, I'm feeling unwell, or I'm suffering from one of my infamous hangovers. I love the patience you have for me, which isn't very easy on any given day, let alone if I throw in an early morning tantrum, pins and needles in the middle of the night, or a bout of hunger. But most importantly, I love how much you make me laugh, a lot, and sometimes when I really don't want to. Your ability to lighten the mood and remind me not to take life so seriously will mean that we, but probably more you, will avoid a lot of misery in our marriage. Thank you for making the irresponsible choice to get involved with a work colleague, for missing too many trains home to be a coincidence, for holding me beautiful every day, even in my spanks, and for generally making me feel so special and loved all the time. But mostly, thank you for choosing to be my husband. My aim in our marriage is to reciprocate the way that you make me feel, to keep working together as a team and to keep riding on the same wavelength. If we can manage that, I'm sure we'll have a very happy and fun-filled life together. There are so many other people here who are deserving of thanks, but I promised I'd keep it short, and I'm also under strict instructions not to steal material from the men's speeches. So with a final, heartfelt thank you for you all being here with us today, I'll hand over to the more traditional speeches. But not before asking you to please be upstanding and raise a glass to friends and family.
Back in April, in my speech, I said that you looked the most beautiful person that had ever been alive, ever. But I'm just going to have to slightly revise that because today you've topped it. You look stunning. I nearly cried. I was trying not to, but I nearly did. But you just look absolutely beautiful. But John walked you down the aisle before. I can't even describe what it was like, and I'm sure everybody else agrees. Well, when we decided we were going to go ahead with April, I think we said how we were worried that October wouldn't be the same. but today has just felt like a second wedding day for me. I was nervous, I was shaky, I was excited, and you took my breath away. And it's just great. I can't believe the day's finally here, but it's just been absolutely fantastic, and it's just amazing to have all of you here. Everyone that's important to us is here today, and so thank you all for making the journey down here. It didn't take me long to realise not only is she my best friend, but she's the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I've got so much more to thank Jade for than just being here, looking beautiful, and just being my best friend. She is someone who's helped me throughout everything I've done. Through my career, I took a bit of a risky step and I broke free from private practice being a solicitor fairly early on and went and took a bit of a bold move, and she was always there to support me and she helped me do that. On top of that, she makes a mean stir fry. We'll leave it there. And she shares my love of cats, booze and sleep. And yeah, as I say, she's my best friend, and it makes me so proud and so happy to be able to call her my wife and to know that she's going to be there for the rest of it. If I can ask everyone, please be upstanding. And if you could please raise your glass to the most important person in this room, the most beautiful person in this room, to my wife, to the bride.
That's fantastic. Okay, all this way.
John and Jade, I think hand on heart, are the strongest couple I know, the most together, the best match couple I know, and it's made them a fantastic couple. You will all have seen this for yourselves, but when you see them together, they're always supportive, but they're not afraid to challenge each other at the same time. They both have this amazing ability to think of the little things that are important for each other, and they just show huge affection and compassion for each other at all times. Their wedding in April was just a great example of this in action. Every second of it was incredibly thoughtful. As you can see, every second of this day is incredibly thoughtful too. So, whilst John and Jade are only very recently married, I think there's many of us in this room, and I'm one of these people, whose marriages are a little bit longer in the tooth, but can learn a huge amount from these two, and I'm really looking forward to learning a huge amount from these two in the years to follow. So, can I ask you all to stand? Can you raise your glasses to Mr. and Mrs. Cherry?